I am an Alpine Ibex. Hello, everyone. I'm your star today. A proud Alpine Ibex named Summit, as true masters of mountain climbing, and one of the most iconic creatures of the Alps. We Ibexes represent the untamed spirit of this breathtaking region. Let me take you on a journey through my life story to explore the challenges and miracles of our mountainous world. My story begins in a fairy tale-like country in Central Europe, bordering Germany to the north, Austria and Liechtenstein to the east, Italy to the south, and France to the west. This magical land is Switzerland, with the majestic Alps running through it like a mighty backbone. About 60% of Swiss territory is covered by stunning mountain ranges, creating a landscape of unparalleled natural beauty. Nestled in the southeastern Swiss town of Pontresina lies the renowned Piz Albris. This is a paradise for Alpine Ibexes, with its dramatic cliffs and lush alpine meadows, offering a perfect home for our daring species. It's also where my story of adventure begins. In the early 19th century, Alpine Ibexes disappeared from Switzerland due to overhunting. By the early 20th century, however, Swiss conservation efforts and reintroduction programs brought us back to these high-altitude habitats. Since then, we have reclaimed our place in the alpine ecosystem as a vital symbol of resilience and balance. With our muscular physiques, impressive curved horns, and remarkable ability to adapt to extreme conditions, Alpine Ibexes have earned the title kings of the Alps. Male and female Ibexes live in separate groups, coming together only during the breeding season. Afterward, we part ways until the next mating period. Female Ibexes typically give birth to one kid each year. During childbirth, they choose a secluded rocky area to welcome the new life on their own, the nursery of the Alps. This spring, Piz Albris welcomes new life, and the valleys echo with lively cries. I, a spirited young Alpine Ibex named Summit, am born amidst these towering mountains, ready to embark on my adventure. There is no cozy nest or even a flat resting spot to greet me. Instead, I am met with steep rocks, the chilly alpine wind, and the steady protective gaze of my mother, full of warmth and strength. Just a few days later, I am already steady on my little hooves, following my mother's sure steps as we navigate the rugged cliffs. On gentler slopes, I get the chance to join this year's nursery for young Ibexes. It is our playground, a lively haven where, fueled by fresh milk, we are bursting with energy, leaping between rocks, chasing one another, and showing off our playful, clever nature. Meanwhile, our mothers graze calmly on the alpine grass, occasionally lifting their heads to make sure every little Ibex stays safely within sight. Don't underestimate this nursery. It plays a vital role in our growth and survival as Alpine Ibexes. 1. Protection from predators. By staying together under the watchful eyes of adult females, we reduce the risk of being targeted by predators like wolves or golden eagles. Alert signals from adults give us a chance to hide and avoid danger. 2. Social interaction and learning. Our playful games, chasing, climbing, and mock battles, aren't just fun but essential for developing the skills we need to navigate the steep cliffs and thrive in this challenging environment. 3. Easing the mother's burden. While we're busy in the nursery, our mothers can focus on grazing and regaining strength, ensuring they're in good condition to care for us. The Ibex nursery is truly the foundation of our species' future, the demons and angels of the Alps. As night falls, I reluctantly bid farewell to my playmates and return to my mother's side. Tonight, she will once again share the stories of long, long ago, passed down through generations. These tales have become an indelible part of our Alpine Ibex heritage, forever etched in our collective memory. A long time ago, the greatest threat to Alpine Ibexes was not wolves, lynxes, or golden eagles. While dangerous, these predators typically posed a risk only to the young or weak among us. The true peril that drove our species to the brink of extinction was a far more terrifying enemy: the demons of the Alps, humans. In the 18th century, humans regarded Alpine ibexes as mystical and valuable creatures, even calling us walking pharmacies. They believed superstitiously that our horns and blood could cure all kinds of ailments, and every part of our bodies was attributed with various magical properties. It was said that drinking ibex blood could relieve headaches, and wearing ibex horns could ward off evil and bring protection. Furthermore, our ability to effortlessly scale steep cliffs added an aura of mystery to these unfounded beliefs. These false notions turned us into relentless targets of human hunting. Hunters mercilessly killed ibexes, sparing neither the young nor the old. Before long, Alpine ibexes disappeared entirely from the high mountain regions of Switzerland, and our species teetered on the brink of extinction. However, a turning point finally came. In the early 20th century, humans recognized their mistake and brought a small number of ibexes from Italy's Gran Paradiso National Park to Switzerland, initiating strict conservation and reintroduction programs. From that moment, our ancestors once again set foot on the lands of the Alps. Although I was born and raised in Switzerland, my family's roots run deep in the high mountains of Italy. My mother says that remembering these stories is remembering our roots and our profound connection to these mountains. With those words in mind, I close my eyes, filled with hope for the future, and drift off to sleep, dreaming once again of scaling the majestic peaks that are my true home. Today, Switzerland has established comprehensive laws that fully prohibit the hunting of ibexes and created numerous national parks and nature reserves to protect our home from further harm. Humans have transformed from demons into angels, not only saving our species, but also restoring harmony to the mountain ecosystem. In fact, we ibexes play an irreplaceable role in the ecosystem. By grazing on vegetation, we help prevent overgrowth, allowing a greater diversity of plants to coexist, and maintaining ecological balance. As we climb steep cliffs, the seeds we unknowingly scatter take root and grow, creating new oases of life on otherwise barren rock faces. It's true, we are nature's finest gardeners and rock climbers. No matter how harsh the environment, we find our own ways to breathe life into this land and quietly reshape the face of nature. Don't you think we truly deserve the title of kings of the Alps? Farewell in the Alps. Weeks pass, and I grow stronger and more agile. Short, sturdy gray-brown horn buds quietly sprout on my head, and my light grayish-brown fur becomes denser. My friends and I start trying the alpine vegetation, from the tenderest blades of grass to fresh green shrub leaves, each bite filled with new and exciting flavors. Time flies, and 6 months pass. The Alpine Ibex kids born this spring reach the weaning stage, meaning we no longer need to attend the nursery. By now, we can climb and leap effortlessly, moving across steep cliffs as if they were flat ground. The once indistinguishable male and female kids now begin to show their unique traits. Look at our horns. Some are thick and sturdy, while others are long and elegant, Look at our bodies. Some of us have muscular, stocky builds, while others are nimble and slender. And look at our behavior. Some love play fighting and sparring, while others are quiet and cautious, carefully observing everything around them. So, where am I? Oh, here I am, fully focused on an intense sparring match. I lower my head to gather strength, planting my forehooves firmly on the rock, and use my short, sturdy horn buds to challenge my opponent. The sharp sound of our clash echoes through the valley. Round after round of these contests of champions fills me with excitement and fuels my fighting spirit. So, am I a little boy or a little girl? Can you guess? I'm a boy, a future king of the mountains. This means that when I grow up, I will leave my mother and join the male ibex herd. Year after year, the seasons cycle. The friends I once joined in the nursery are now 1 year old, and the differences between males and females are becoming more distinct. As a male Alpine Ibex, I already stand taller and stronger than the females of the same age. The long, thick, curved horns on my head rise high like crescent moons, contrasting sharply with the shorter, slender horns of the females. It's easy to tell us apart at a glance. At 1 year old, I am ready to take the next step in life. It's time to leave, though my heart is filled with fondness for my mother and my friends. My desire and anticipation for a new life ahead are even stronger. With hope and courage for the unknown, I take confident steps toward the male ibex group. The mountain wind whispers in my ears, as if offering its most heartfelt blessing for my new journey. Did you know? In addition to obvious physical differences, there are other distinctions between male and female Alpine Ibexes. Time to full maturity. Male Alpine Ibexes typically take 9 to 11 years to fully mature. Their growth is slower, but they develop larger bodies and thicker, more robust horns. Female Alpine Ibexes, on the other hand, reach full maturity between 5 and 6 years. They are generally smaller than males, with shorter and more slender horns. Average lifespan. Male ibexes usually have a shorter lifespan, averaging about 16 years. Female ibexes, however, can live up to 20 years. Horn battles in the Alps. When I first join the male ibex herd, I feel both excited and nervous. Here, strength and endurance determine status. I must face larger, more experienced companions, and constantly prove myself by displaying strength and engaging in horn-to-horn clashes, using our massive curved horns to earn respect and a place within the group. Observing the horn battles of older ibexes is also a mandatory lesson. These fights are intense and spectacular, and every match teaches me valuable insights into strategy, technique, and the clever use of strength. Look, not far away, 2 male Alpine Ibexes are preparing for an intense horn battle. They lower their heads and slowly circle each other, their hooves stomping forcefully on the ground. Kicking up clouds of dust, their eyes burn with determination and resolve. Muscles tense and tremble slightly under the sunlight, as if proclaiming their readiness to unleash their power at any moment. Suddenly, both ibexes rise explosively, their height momentarily exceeding 2 meters as they confront each other head-on. The air is thick with tension, as though time itself has frozen in that instant. Then, with a thunderous crash, their massive curved horns collide violently, creating a deafening sound that echoes across the vast mountains like rolling thunder. Their horns lock tightly as their bodies twist and push with incredible force, every inch of ground trembling beneath their fierce struggle. After a moment of deadlock, they suddenly break apart, stepping back a few paces to reset their stance. and prepare for another charge. The battle resumes. It continues for dozens of rounds, each collision more ferocious and determined than the last. The grinding of their enormous horns produces sharp, piercing sounds, and the rising dust gives the impression that the entire mountain is holding its breath for their showdown. In the end, the stronger and more resolute ibex emerges victorious. It forces its weaker opponent to bow its head in submission and retreats silently. The victor stands tall and proud, its horns still quivering with dust, as if declaring its dominance to the entire herd. We male alpine ibexes engage in horn battles not just to showcase our strength, but for deeper biological and social reasons. Here are some key purposes. 1. Establishing hierarchy and securing territory. In male ibex herds, status and strength directly determine access to resources, such as prime habitats and food. Through horn battles, males can establish a clear social hierarchy, reducing disorganized competition and minimizing the risks of unnecessary conflicts. 2. Attracting females and competing for mating rights. The breeding season is when horn battles among males are most frequent. By engaging in battles, males demonstrate their strength, endurance, and skill to attract the attention of females and secure mating opportunities. Only the strongest and most competitive ibexes win the favor of females, ensuring that superior genes are passed on to the next generation. 3. Building physical fitness and gaining experience. Horn battles are not only a form of competition, but also a way to build physical strength. Through frequent confrontations, male ibexes improve their muscle power, enhance their agility, and learn combat techniques. These abilities are crucial for survival in the harsh alpine environment. 4. Displaying health and adaptability. Horn battles serve as a way for males to display their health and fitness to the group. Successful fighters often have strong, robust bodies, solidly curved horns, and excellent adaptability. This display helps boost their prestige within the herd and effectively deters potential rivals. Thus, horn battles are not just a contest of strength. They are an essential path for us male ibexes to survive, reproduce, and grow within the herd. The years in the Alps. Over the years, my body continues to grow. The horns on my head become thicker and more curved with the passage of time. The once little summit has now become the big summit in everyone's eyes. In one horn battle after another, I eagerly step up to face the challenge. Even though I often end up losing, my confidence is never shaken. Each clash, each contest, makes me stronger and more composed. Moreover, when faced with dangers in the mountains, I stand shoulder to shoulder with my companions, working together to fend off wolf attacks. Those moments of unity always remind me of the strength of our herd. Life in these alpine mountains is truly rich and vibrant. In this picturesque landscape, the changing seasons bring rhythm and order to our lives. My herd and I migrate with the seasons, spending summers grazing on the fresh green grass of alpine meadows, and winters descending to lower valleys in search of sheltered habitats. In recent years, as I graze on the grassy slopes, I often catch sight of groups of humans. They are no longer the dangerous beings our ancestors once called demons. Instead, these humans now carry binoculars and cameras, their eyes filled with curiosity and reverence. They carefully observe our lives, as if trying to understand everything about us, from being prey to becoming protected. We alpine ibexes have witnessed the passage of time and the transformation of perspectives. It's truly remarkable and deeply moving to see how much has changed. Did you know? Our horns are not just a symbol of strength, but also a rings of time that records the passage of time. How can you estimate age from our horns? Our horns grow continuously throughout our lives, but the rate of growth changes with the seasons. Winter, during times of food scarcity, horn growth slows down, leaving a deep annual ring on the horn. Spring and summer, with abundant grass, horn growth speeds up, resulting in smoother sections. Each year, these clear horizontal ridges form on our horns, much like the rings of a tree, recording the years we have lived in the Alps. By counting these rings, you can estimate our age. However, here's something to keep in mind. Male ibexes have long, thick horns that curve like a crescent moon. Their rings are very distinct and easy to count, making them ideal for estimating age. Female ibexes, on the other hand, have shorter, more slender horns, and their rings are less prominent. You'll need to look carefully to determine their age. So, next time you see us Alpine Ibexes, why not take a closer look at our horns and see if you can guess our age? But don't get too close. We're expert climbers of the mountains and might just leap to the other side of the cliff in the blink of an eye. The king of the Alps. Now I have journeyed through middle age and, without realizing it, stepped into my twilight years. Looking back, I have witnessed the changing of leaders in our herd. Some of the once strong champions and rivals have been defeated by younger, stronger ibexes, while others have silently disappeared during harsh winters. The deep rings etched into my horns tell the story of my years. They are the medals of time's gift. My body remains strong, but I no longer eagerly join in horn battles. More often, I stand quietly on the rocky peaks, gazing out over the vast landscapes, feeling the mountain wind brush through my mane, and reminiscing about the highlights of my life. Although I never claimed the title of leader within the male herd, in my heart, I know I am the best. I have scaled the steepest cliffs, pushing my limits. I have stood firm in storms, protecting my companions and showing resilience. I have fought wolves, securing survival for my herd. I have endured countless trials, surviving the harshest winters against all odds. Are these not the qualities of a true king? Perhaps my name will never be sung by the herd, nor will I bear the crown of a leader. But deep down, I know that I belong to these mountains. I am, and always will be, the king of the Alps. Standing atop the peaks, I close my eyes, feeling the earth beneath my feet and the whisper of the wind around me. I am a part of this land, and my life is a testament to resilience and freedom. No matter where I am, one voice resonates within me, steady and unwavering. Yes, I am the king of the Alps. Thanks to active conservation efforts and reintroduction programs, the population of Alpine ibexes has recovered. As of 2017, an estimated 53,000 individuals are spread across different regions of the Alps, with Switzerland currently home to the largest number of wild Alpine ibexes. Although the population has increased, the species faces challenges due to a historical genetic bottleneck. This has resulted in low genetic diversity and relatively high levels of inbreeding among the existing populations. The Alpine ibex is currently classified as a species of least concern, but ongoing protection and monitoring are essential to ensure the long-term stability of its population. Questions. 1. Do male and female Alpine ibexes look the same, making it difficult to distinguish their gender? 2. Are Alpine Ibex kids raised by both their father and mother? 3. Do female Alpine Ibexes typically give birth to only one kid at a time? 4. Do adult Alpine Ibexes usually live in groups separated by gender? 5. Can Alpine Ibex kids walk shortly after birth? Answers. 1. No. Male and female Alpine Ibexes have distinct physical differences. Males are larger, have longer, and thicker crescent-shaped horns, while females are smaller with shorter, slimmer horns. 2. No. Alpine Ibex kids are raised solely by their mothers. Male Ibexes do not participate in parenting. Their role is focused on competing for mating rights. 3. Yes. Female Ibexes usually give birth to one kid per year, ensuring they can dedicate sufficient energy and resources to its care. 4. Yes. Adult Ibexes usually form gender-specific herds. Males and females live in separate groups, and only come together during the breeding season. 5. Yes. Alpine Ibex kids are able to stand and walk shortly after birth, a critical skill for survival in their rugged alpine environment. The end. Thanks for watching.